Billie Eilish pirate Baird O'Connell entered the world on December 18, 2001, in Los Angeles, California. Born into a family steeped in artistic tradition, creativity was less of a choice and more of a birthright. Her parents, Maggie Baird and Patrick O'Connell, were performers, her mother an actress and screenwriter, her father a musician and actor. The household was not just a home but a playground of imagination, with instruments scattered across rooms, scripts tucked under furniture, and the air constantly buzzing with ideas. From the start, Billie was an observer. While other children played outside or engaged in more conventional activities, Billie often preferred quiet corners, sketching, scribbling, or humming melodies she made up in her head. Her older brother, Phineas, immediately noticed her keen sensitivity and the way she seemed to absorb the emotions of the world around her. Where some saw a shy, introspective girl, Phineas saw raw talent waiting for expression. By the age of 7, Billie had begun experimenting with songwriting, not out of ambition but as a necessity to process the intense feelings she felt daily. The emotions she couldn't speak aloud, loneliness, fear, curiosity, and wonder, found a voice in the music she created. Phineas, who shared her love of music and had already begun producing tracks himself, often guided her efforts, offering insights on melody, harmony, and arrangement. Together, the siblings would spend hours in the small home studio, exploring soundscapes that reflected Billie's unique vision. Her upbringing was unusual but formative. Both parents emphasized freedom over discipline, letting Billie and Phineas explore art in a pressure-free environment. Billie absorbed everything: books, movies, theater, music, yet she interpreted it differently from others, often twisting familiar ideas into something entirely her own. She also displayed an uncanny sense of intuition about human emotion. Even as a child, she noticed the subtleties of body language, the weight of silence, the power of pauses. These observations later became a hallmark of her lyrical and musical style. School, however, was a different challenge. Billie often felt out of place among her peers. She didn't conform to the norms of popularity or peer pressure, preferring instead to immerse herself in creative endeavors. While some might have seen this as social withdrawal, Billie's parents encouraged it, understanding that her true connection to the world would be through art. By the age of 11, Billie wrote her first fully formed song. It wasn't polished, but it was authentic, an unfiltered expression of her inner world. Phineas began producing her tracks with increasing sophistication, using the tools available in their home studio. At this stage, Billie's musical identity was already distinct, ethereal, haunting, and emotionally layered. The young girl who once hid in corners now had a voice that demanded to be heard, even if only in the confines of her home. Her early music also reflected the complexities of adolescence: vulnerability, curiosity, and a search for identity. Unlike typical children's music, Billie's compositions addressed emotions rarely spoken aloud at such a young age. She wasn't interested in trivial topics. She was exploring what it meant to feel deeply in a confusing and often overwhelming world. The world first noticed Billie Eilish in 2015, when she uploaded a track called Ocean Eyes to SoundCloud. Written and produced by Phineas, the song showcased her ethereal voice and mature lyrical sensibility. It wasn't the vocal acrobatics of pop divas nor the manufactured charm of reality TV stars. It was raw, intimate, and deeply human. The track quickly went viral, capturing the attention of listeners and music industry insiders alike. What set Billie apart wasn't just her talent but her authenticity. She didn't wear a mask for the camera or tailor herself to market demands. In an era dominated by social media and instant fame, Billie's art felt like a secret gift, quietly powerful and intensely personal. Listeners, particularly teenagers, felt seen. She sang openly about anxiety, isolation, and the pressure of expectations, topics often glossed over in mainstream music. Her lyrics resonated because they reflected the unspoken realities of a generation struggling with identity and self-worth. Her debut EP, Don't Smile at Me, released in 2017, solidified her reputation as a unique voice in pop music. Songs like Bellyache and I Don't Wanna Be You Anymore combined accessible melodies with dark, introspective themes. The world began to notice her signature style: oversized clothing, neon hair streaks, and a defiance of traditional beauty standards. Billie's visual aesthetic was an extension of her music: bold, unconventional, and deliberately contradictory, challenging society's expectations of young female performers. Fans were drawn to her authenticity and relatability. Billie spoke openly about mental health struggles, insecurities, and the pressures of growing up in a highly publicized world. She became more than a musician, she became a symbol for those who felt unseen or unheard. Her rise wasn't fueled by traditional marketing campaigns or gimmicks, it was fueled by an undeniable connection with her audience. The collaboration with Finneas remained central to her success. Their creative synergy was rare, a mix of sibling intuition and shared artistic vision. While many pop stars relied on teams of writers and producers, Billie and Finneas operated like a two-person orchestra, meticulously crafting every element of their sound. This intimacy and attention to detail became a hallmark of Billie's work, setting her apart from other artists. By 2018, Billie had established herself as a rising star. She toured small venues, connecting directly with fans, and continued to experiment with music videos that were as haunting and innovative as her songs. She refused to conform to the expectations of fame, instead prioritizing creative control and personal expression. The world was watching, but Billie moved at her own pace, quietly redefining what it meant to be a young artist in the digital age. Billie's breakthrough arrived in 2019 with her debut studio album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? The project was revolutionary. Tracks like Bad Guy and Bury a Friend combined infectious rhythms with unsettling, introspective lyrics. The album blurred the lines between pop, electronica, and experimental music, creating a sound uniquely Billie's own. Critics praised her originality, and fans embraced her even more fiercely. However, with fame came challenges. Billie, barely 17 at the time, faced intense scrutiny. Her every action, outfit, and statement were dissected by the media. She openly discussed struggles with depression, anxiety, and self-image, breaking the taboo around mental health conversations in the public eye. The juxtaposition of adoration and criticism weighed heavily on her. Despite the pressure, Billie remained committed to her artistry. She worked tirelessly with Finneas to produce music that was true to their vision, refusing to compromise for commercial appeal. Her performances, often theatrical and emotionally raw, allowed her to connect deeply with audiences. She used music not only as a means of expression but also as a shield, a space where she could explore difficult emotions safely. Billie's authenticity extended beyond music. Her visual identity, oversized clothing, vibrant hair, and bold makeup, challenged conventional beauty standards. She rejected the expectation that young female artists must conform to certain appearances or behaviors. Instead, she embraced individuality, encouraging fans to express themselves without fear of judgment. The recognition she received was historic. At the 2020 Grammy Awards, Billie became the youngest artist in history to win the 4 major categories: Album of the Year, Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best New Artist. Yet, despite the accolades, she remained grounded, aware of the importance of maintaining her identity amidst global fame. Today, Billie Eilish is more than a pop star. She is a cultural phenomenon, an advocate for mental health, and an inspiration for millions worldwide. Her influence spans music, fashion, and social consciousness. She speaks openly about anxiety, depression, and the importance of self-care, providing a voice for those often overlooked by society. Her evolution as an artist is ongoing. Billie continues to experiment with music, exploring themes of identity, personal growth, and the human experience. Each project reflects her commitment to authenticity and creative freedom. She has redefined what it means to grow up in the public eye, showing that success does not require conformity, and that vulnerability can be a source of strength. Billie's story is also a testament to family, collaboration, and resilience. Finneas remains her closest collaborator, and their relationship exemplifies the power of creative partnership. Her parents' support has been instrumental, providing stability amidst the chaos of fame. These foundations have allowed Billie to navigate the challenges of the music industry without losing her voice. Ultimately, Billie Eilish is a reminder that art can heal, connect, and transform. From a shy, observant child to a global superstar, she has shown that authenticity, courage, and creativity can resonate more deeply than any marketing campaign or industry formula. Her story continues, inspiring a generation to embrace individuality, confront their fears, and express themselves boldly. Billie's journey is far from over, but her impact is undeniable. She has redefined what it means to be a young artist in the 21st century, demonstrating that success is not measured by conformity or popularity but by the courage to remain true to oneself. Her music, her voice, and her presence will continue to inspire generations to come.